Hello everyone, today we are talking about the travel triangle.
Woohoo! What's up, guys? We're Joint Movement DPTs. My name is Megan, and this is my husband, Ryan. Today, we're going to talk about the travel triangle.
So how the travel triangle works is what you're going to first do is imagine or draw a triangle, and at each corner or each point, you're going to put one of the three key components, and so that's pay, location, and setting. Next, you're going to draw you a little stick figure right in the middle, or imagine yourself standing in the middle of this triangle. When you're looking for your next travel contract, your first travel contract, you're going to have certain preferences. And so that preference might be, I want to go to a really cool location where I can do a lot of hiking, or I want to be near this big city. So that would be kind of a location. Pay, everyone wants to get paid quite a bit. And so maybe that's more of your ideal. Or with the setting, maybe you're set on, I want to work in a skilled nursing facility, or I want to work in an outpatient clinic. So we all have our preferences. And so as you, the person inside that triangle, as you go towards those preferences, and so let's say I want to make the most money, I'm going to start walking towards the point on the triangle that says pay. Now, the problem is I'm going to get halfway to that pay package, and now I got to turn around and see that I'm actually walking further away from location and my ideal setting. And so I'm kind of giving those up. And so that's kind of how the travel triangle works. It even works in a way where if you're walking towards the line that joins two of them, so maybe let's say pay and location, you're getting closer to those, but now you're leaving behind setting. And so that's kind of how we look at those three key components and how they work harmoniously.
Exactly. In an ideal world, you'll get all three of those points of the travel triangle exactly how you want them. And sometimes that does happen. And in that case, you're just crushing the travel triangle and it's going great for you. But here's what you'll be looking at for each of those 3 points. For location, you're looking at a rural setting versus a city setting. You may also be looking at a setting that has a lot of outdoor activities versus one that's set in a whole bunch of cornfields.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the options that you're going to weigh. You're going to decide, whether you're an active person looking for a lot of adventure around you,
Like outdoor adventure,
hiking, biking. But you may also really love the city life, and you might like exploring new restaurants and shops.
the social scene. Maybe you find enjoyment in that.
Yeah. So those are the things to consider at location.
So your pay package it seems simple because it's like, well, I want to make the most money, and everyone wants to make the most money, every contract. But what you might find is that if you really want a good setting in like an ideal location, maybe just outside a really busy city, you might have to actually take a little bit lower pay package compared to the ones in that area. A typical kind of travel physical therapy pay package is about $1,400 to $1,600 per week. And that changes depending on what location you're in. And so like in California, their cost of living is a lot higher. So those packages are usually a little bit higher than that. But we definitely recommend for like new grads or people taking their first travel contract, don't take anything under $1,400 in an ideal market. And so with pay, if you're getting sent to a rural area, you might find that you make more money going to more of those rural areas, more of those cornfield towns like we're from. And compared to if you're just outside a big metropolitan area where everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to go to San Francisco. Everyone wants to go near LA. Everyone wants to go to Hawaii. And so sometimes those pay packages aren't as high.
The last point is setting. And oftentimes what's most available in the travel physical therapy world is skilled nursing facilities, home health, and acute care. And those are the ones where there's usually an abundant amount of choices to pick from across the United States. The other ones that are a little bit more slim pickings is outpatient and specialties that you might be looking for, such as peds or women's health, sports therapy, sports rehab. Some of those things are definitely still out there, but they're just not quite as abundant as the others. So if you are valuing outpatient physical therapy as a little bit higher, you may have to be flexible on your other 2 points. So what it all comes down to is deciding what is most important for you. We recommend ranking the travel triangle from top to bottom of what you find the most important and aiming to get at least 2 out of 3 of those categories within your comfortable range zone.
And so this whole idea of being flexible doesn't necessarily mean that you're just going to give up the steering wheel to the car of your life. You know, you are still in control. And so if you don't want to go to a skilled nursing facility somewhere in the middle of nowhere, you don't have to go there. We're just saying the more flexible you are with one of the components, you might be able to get the 2 more important components.
Exactly. So the key here is to be flexible. And something that we've learned being new travelers is that good recruiters are also looking for good travelers. And a huge characteristic of good travelers that they're looking for is for you to be flexible. It's really tough for them to work with somebody who is just
They want the whole triangle.
Yeah, who is just firm in their desire to have the whole triangle and to have everything exactly as they want it. And that's just not practical, and it's not easy to work with. And you really want your recruiters to be happy and excited to get opportunities to you because they'll share them more because they can meet those criteria that you've given them. If they can't meet the criteria, you might find yourself not being even shown very many jobs. So that's just one of our tips. So for those of you who are finding this video during the COVID-19 pandemic, the travel triangle still works. However, you may just have to be a little bit more flexible on at least 2 of the points, maybe even 3, just being extra understanding and extra flexible during this hard time for everybody. So that's it for today's educational video on what the travel triangle is. We hope that you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you have any additional questions or comments, please share them down below. And please subscribe and like this video if you found it helpful. Share it with your friends, share it with other people that you know are looking into travel. And until next time, see ya!